Hey, are we live?
Thank you very much for inviting me to chat with you.
And thank you so much for having me on.
Here we go. Okay.
I mean, what I've seen in the market, our competitors, vendors, I see a lot of these guys actually end up working with third parties to manage their infrastructure. One of the big changes, or well, one of the big things that I really, really wanted to make sure that we did as part of my tenure here was to really partner directly with AWS. What do you see as the direct benefit of working directly with you?
I think there is an element that is extremely important that is very, in many instances, is not frequently talked about when you talk about technology, and that is culture. I think culture is absolutely the foundation of what we do in AWS, and that is it could seem perhaps slightly removed from technology, but it is not. We tend to take it very seriously. Our customer obsession, our approach, which is to work backwards from specific business outcomes that you want to achieve, be they increasing your revenue channels, be they creating efficiencies in your development activities, in your operational activities, depending on the industry that you're in, improving the customer experience of your customers and your customers' customers as well. All of these form the basis for the work and how do we structure that work and deliver it to you. So if I were to say one thing that stands out in terms of the benefit that you get from working directly with AWS, that you get that culture sort of embedded in the way we operate and the way we deliver solutions to you. Of course, we place a lot of sort of emphasis on ensuring our partners emulate that approach, and we tend to bring them to work with us in our engagements as well, for various reasons. In some cases, they have certain skills that we might not have on non-AWS solutions in a hybrid architecture model. But culture is one of them. The other one is accountability, because when you work directly with AWS, which you have, the buck stops with us. That we have nowhere else to turn and say, okay, it's not my problem if something's wrong. And sometimes, as you probably know, in these types of projects, there are always things that are challenges that need to be overcome, and they're usually always overcome. We are the ones who are accountable to make sure that any challenges are overcome and any business outcomes are achieved. So I think these would be, and of course, in addition to that, the depth of experience of our consultants, of our architects in the domains, and their ability to sort of stitch together the various services and components of a solution to make it something business, to create business value out of that technology. Those are the things that I would think of as the benefits of working directly with AWS.
Yeah, no, that's a great summation. I mean, I definitely want to put out there that the secret sauce that we've engendered with each other, right? I mean, first and foremost is your focus on customer deliverables. And as you know, we're part of a very crazy customer chain. We're your customer, our customers are customers, and our customers' customers are customers. So, the scope of that and the requirements of that to make sure that each one of those things goes flawlessly is extremely important. So, culturally speaking, with regards to, the focus on every single customer in that chain is fantastic. It really helps us start to really focus on each individual journey and deliver something really, really magical for that thing, which is great.
Yeah.
Additionally, this is what I like as well. I mean, the accountability, being able to turn over your shoulder and say, hey guys, what's going on? Get a direct answer. Fantastic, right? Things don't linger long. We're not having days of outages. We get a response quickly, but more critically, the infrastructure you bring to the table allows us to be nimble and move around infrastructure so that we can actually always ensure that we've got a backup plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's totally your secret sauce, which is fantastic.